And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Legion Stadium in Wilmington, North Carolina. Thank you for joining us. You're watching Wilmington Hammerheads Soccer on YouTube. Thank you for joining us for a great USL Pro Soccer game tonight. My name is Chris Liebert. I will be your host for the next couple hours here in a wonderful atmosphere for USL Soccer. It's a hot and muggy night. There is some storms just off outside of our area here. We'll hopefully not have to worry about any of that. Going to be a great game tonight. The OKC Energy FC is in town to take on the Wilmington Hammerheads. It's going to be an absolute battle. These two teams have never faced each other before. However, they do have some players that were here as Wilmington Hammerheads last year, so it could get exciting as players come home to see some of their home crowd. The Wilmington Hammerheads enter this game in 5th place with 17 points, their record being 5-1-2, that coming in only 8 games. Many of the teams ahead of them have much more games in hand, 10 to 12 games. So the Hammerheads, if they can continue on winning, they're on a 4-game win streak. They can sit themselves in a very, very good position. Again, a 5-1-2 record. David Irving certainly has his team playing in a fashion that certainly these home crowd Wilmington Hammer fans are absolutely excited about. So the Energy FC comes into the game. They have 9 points, their record being 3 wins, 7 losses, and no ties. That coming in 10 games, and they are near the bottom of the table. So Coach Jimmy Nielsen, they are in their first year as a team, as a squad in the USL Pro. So it'll be interesting how they will do on a long road trip. It's a 2-game stand for them. One tonight here at Legion in Wilmington, North Carolina, and they travel 3 hours south tomorrow night as they take on the Charleston Battery. So we're going to take a quick break. We will be back to look at our starting lineups. Thank you for joining us. You're watching Wilmington Hammerheads Soccer on YouTube.
time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the honor of America and the singing of our national anthem by the Wilmington Christian Academy under the direction of Linda Estep. Since 1969, Wilmington Christian Academy has provided an excellent Christian education to Wilmington and the surrounding area. Today you'll be hearing some of the music students that attend Wilmington Christian.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legion Stadium in Wilmington, North Carolina for tonight's USL Pro Soccer game with the Wilmington Hammerheads and the Energy FC from Oklahoma City. You just witnessed a wonderful rendition of our national anthem as we're about to get ready to set off and kick off tonight. These two teams, it's a hot and muggy night. These two teams are ready to go. I was able to talk with both teams prior to the game. Let's go ahead and look at those lineups. First for the visitors, in goal, number 1, John Kempen. The 4 defenders in front of him, number 3, Pibu Due, Mark Howard, Gareth Evans, and Kyle Miller. 5 midfielders, number 20, Abraham Villan, Tarek Morad, Michael Thomas, Ada Dujiri, and David Lichty. And up top, certainly the sole forward for the Energy FC, number 10, Philip London. The Wilmington Hammerheads in goal, Quillen Roberts. 4 defenders in front of him, number 19, Andre Campbell, Ashani Fairclaw, Christian Davidson, Yahya Musa to complete that group in front of Roberts. In the midfield, held down by number 2, Tom Parrott, should be wearing the captain's band this evening. Number 8, Paul Nicholson, Michael Oliveira, and Stephen Miller on the outside. Fans watch him to get forward and be able to put the ball into the back into the box for the Hammerheads. And up top, number 9, Sammy Ochoa, and number 21, Jordan Hamilton to finish out David Irving's squad for tonight's USL Pro Soccer game. Again, my name is Chris Liebert. I'll be your host this evening. Thank you for joining us and watching Wilmington Hammerhead Soccer on YouTube. So we are about ready to get kicked off here. It's a muggy night. There's storms all around. Hopefully we will not have to take any breaks for lightning. And again, we are about ready to see the kickoff here from Michael Jositis, his crew, Aaron Gallagher, Tyler McCauley, and Patrick Schmidt to help him out as the officials this evening. You will be watching the Wilmington Hammerheads from going left to right on your screen. They are in the blue and white striped jersey, blue shorts, and blue socks. They will be taking on, again, the visitors from Oklahoma City. And they will be in a green top, white short, and green socks. It is an artificial turf tonight, so if we do get any kind of rain, it should not play a difference as far as losing a footing or anything else, but it is a wonderful turf here. The field is narrow. You will see a lot of even throw-ins that reach into the box. Should create a lot of scoring opportunities for both of these teams. Again, the Hammerheads are on a 4-game winning streak. These teams have never played before, but there are 4 individuals on this Oklahoma City team that played here for the Wilmington Hammerheads last year or at some point in time. So that'll be very interesting, especially keeping your eye on number 5, Gareth Evans, big center back, And there you see his touch forward as we get started here this evening. Will be a throw-in for Energy FC. Find in the middle right off the bat. Tarek Milrod all the way back to Gareth Evans. Possession with Energy FC. They do come forward. Yahya Musa breaks that up but is unable to gain possession. And out of bounds. As we mentioned before, it is a narrow line here, a narrow field at Legion Stadium. So again, sometimes the ball struggles to stay in bounds. Mark Howard forward in a very, very bad turnover right off the bat. Here's Oliveira. And he's unable to find his counterpart up top in Sammy Ochoa. Here's Villain all the way to the outside. Ball played, and Christian Davidson is able to watch it out for a goal kick for Quillen Roberts. Crowd continues to trickle in here. It is a threatening night as far as the weather is concerned around town, so it could possibly play a little bit into not as many numbers as before. That's Gareth Evans. You will see his header most of the time on 50-50 balls. This I know from watching many of years while he was here as a Hammerhead. And we'll see on the other side a goal kick from John Kempen. There is a little bit of a breeze. It tends to be sometimes behind the Hammerheads, but just drops, dies, swirls, so that tells us that we could possibly have some storms in the area. So a swirling wind and sometimes not at all. So gusty, we'll see if it plays a part in the first part of this half here. And Stephen Miller on this near sideline dribbles out of bounds, will be a throw-in for Energy FC. All the way around back to Evans. And a long ball played by Evans. He finds his mark in David Lichty. Lichty keeps possession. Round in the midfield for Morad. Here's Due. Able to keep it in bounds. And his service does come across. Davidson's able to clear that, but not out of trouble yet. Morad with a through ball. Again, this turf is very fast. You see the ball running there and unable to stay in bounds as we come up with another Wilmington goal kick. This is the first year in the league, the USL Pro, for this visiting Energy FC. Was able to talk to some of the players and coaches earlier, and they feel sold-out crowds at home. Might just take a little bit of time to get their feet wet. Certainly a great fan base in Oklahoma City. Here's Gareth Evans again out the back. Long ball, Davidson unable to get a solid header, and he turns the ball over. Paul Nicholson does a great job to gain for his Hammerheads. Oliveira tries to thread the needle and blocked. Tom Parrott flicks on. Musa has pressure there. Philip Lund does a great job, gets the ball outside. Jaziri in the middle, stays with Oklahoma City. Nice settled ball from Tarek Morad to the outside. Into the box and cleared. And then Musa again with a second clearance. Thomas finds his right back, Kyle Miller, playing awfully high out of the back, covered at home by Gareth Evans and Mark Howard. And here we'll see again a throw in long into the box. If a player has a long throw in, it will find its way into the box. Gareth Evans knows that. He's played here, as you see number 5 step up into the box there from all the way back from his central position. Musa able to clear. And a shot high taken. No threat or danger for Quillen Roberts. Does take a little bit for both teams. Hammerheads certainly should be used to it, but the ball does tend to bounce back and forth, take a little extra hops on this artificial turf. So in early minutes of many games here, you will see both teams trying to get settled down and actually see how the ball plays. Another wind-aided goal kick by Roberts. Flag goes up far side for a throw-in. 7th minute, Legion Stadium, Wilmington, North Carolina. The Oklahoma City Energy FC and the Wilmington Hammerheads 0-0 your score very early in the first half. As we see both teams trying to figure out what this evening is going to be like against each other. Here's Campbell all the way outside to Musa. Excuse me, that's a Shawnee Faircloth in the middle. Well defended by Musa off of him, and will be out of bounds for a Energy FC throw. Take a little break here. We do have an injured player. Seems to be Pibu Due. Must have taken a little knock. I did not see where that came from. He gets up gingerly, walks it off. Jimmy Nielsen looking from the far side to see if his left back will be able to continue on. Just to look to be a little knock. And another throw for Energy FC. Here's Due. And a first look at a touch for our Hammerhead forward, Jordan Hamilton. He's unable to control it. So honestly, early on, I feel most of the possession being kept by OKC. Hammerheads have done a nice job of controlling the ball a little bit more, where in years past, long balls, through balls, attempts trying to go forward, but some possession being played this year. But again, in the favor tonight, in my opinion, of OKC here. Here's going to be a shot taken, and Roberts watches it as it goes over his inline again, and we'll restart again with a goal kick. This is the only game being played this evening in the USL Pro League. So pretty quiet as far as the top level of the United Soccer Leagues. Good switch over the far side. Andre Campbell. Ochoa unable to settle. And we're going to have a free kick awarded to OKC. I didn't see what foul was being called there by Jositis, but he's certainly the man in charge in the middle, and we put the ball down in a restart for Energy FC. This is Mark Howard trying to find Philip Lund. Lund gets ahead on the ball. Good turn there. Abraham Villan all the way outside. Michael Thomas. Ball in the middle, but very well cleared by Wilmington. And we could possibly see another long throw here by Energy FC. A shot attempt there by Lund, broken up. Here's Hamilton. And turned over Lund. He's going to be knocked off the ball by Nicholson. No call there. Good challenge in the eyes of the center referee, Tom Parrott. Back to Nicholson. Ochoa. Big first touch there by Yahya Musa, and that hurt him a little bit. He turns the ball over. Good recovering defense there by Nicholson coming from the center midfield. And an offsides call as Hamilton comes from a offside position. That's the type of call that gets the fans confused, because when he receives the ball, he is in an onside position, but it's when the ball is played, of course. Here's Campbell. Good through ball, trying to find Hamilton up top. He does have a chance to get the ball. Good ball in the middle. Trying to find Ochoa. Ochoa's on the ball, does get a strike off. Good save. Another attempt goes out of bounds. So Sammy Ochoa having the first attempt of some importance tonight. John Kempen needing to make a kick save. Does the first time. Sammy Ochoa having a second attempt, but that from his knees. And the ball travels over the end line for another goal kick. So first little bit of danger in the favor of the Wilmington Hammerheads. These fans sat through 3.5 games, over 300 minutes without a goal until the gates opened up. The heavens, as Irving says, 5-1 a week or two back against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in a 5-1 drubbing here at Wilmington, at Legion Stadium, I should say. Wilmington again on a 4-game win streak, coming off of a 2-1 victory last week against the in-state rivals, Charlotte Eagles. Fairclough unable to find Ochoa. It's Fairclough again. Paul Nicholson being held, no call, and a big counterattack here by Energy FC. Good through ball and a shot taken across, but no one home on the other side. It is going to be covered by Yahya Musa. This is Stephen Miller on the near side. Back to Musa. Tom Parrott does a great job to settle. Good possession by the Hammerheads, and just a big forward ball to no one up top. Kills everything in the possession. And able to be defended by Energy FC. Here's Due's throw. Musa getting the last touch, and we'll have another throw in. There's Due. Howard to his big center back, Gareth Evans. Big, long ball. A lot of pace on that forward there, coming out of the midfield, I should say. Abraham Villan. And we will have our first corner kick of the evening, last touched on the far side by Andre Campbell. So we'll see what set piece OKC has brought to the Port City here this evening. Can't see from this distance on who is taking this. I do believe it's the number 8 jersey, Michael Thomas. Curling ball, dangerous. Robert, able to get his right punch on. Villain tries a service. Good scrum here. Well defended. Oliveira all the way from the left side to the near side will be a throw-in for Wilmington. 16th minute, no score. Wilmington Hammerheads and OKC Energy FC here on USL Pro. Again, we thank you for joining us on Wilmington Hammerheads Soccer on YouTube. Fairclaw, big long ball up top. Trying to find his left back counterpart, Andre Campbell, but unable to be settled and kept in possession. Hammerheads won a handball as well as the fans here. This is Lund. And we do get an offsides and a shot taken. But after the whistle, after the flag has gone up for offsides, and Michael Jositis has a little bit of word there with David Lichty, taking a little attempt at goal after the whistle had blown. So we'll restart here with Quillen Roberts. A little bit of a breeze behind him, just outside of his own penalty area. Big Gareth Evans coming over the top of Ochoa. No call there. Here's Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller able to be held again. He does get a little tug of the jersey. Not sure why there hasn't been a free kick called there. Little tug of the jersey, unable to allow him to get a good shot off. I thought that one should have been able to been called back there, and we do have another player down. I do believe it is Lichty. And Jositis has summons the OKC training staff onto the field, so he'll have to step off regardless of his situation for at least a play or so. So Lichty being attended to, David Lichty. And we will restart. With a Davidson throw-in. Christian Davidson, a product of the hometown Division I soccer program, NCAA. Aiden Heaney and his UNC Wilmington, the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. The Seahawks of the CAA, the Division I program here. Davidson, a graduate a few years back. Been with the Wilmington Hammerheads ever since. So we'll wait and see his long throw here. He certainly has a long one. The Hammerheads trying to get on the board. There it is, into danger. Shot going to be taken. Tom Parrott able to get his first touch on the ball, but not able to be settled as Yahya Musa coming all the way back. Leaves it for Quillen Roberts as he'll try to take as much real estate before Philip Lund is able to step towards him and make him play the ball here. A little bit of a wild pass there over the head of Stephen Miller here on this near side, I should say. Good flick on, but to no one. And just at midfield, we see Musa with the restart. Stephen Miller unable to keep it and turns over there. Ball going back and forth again. Don't know how much this has to do with the turf being extremely bouncy. And a goal kick here by John Kempen. Ball on the far side. Nicholson unable to defend. Ball across there, but right to Quillen Roberts. Good outlet pass here. Fast break for counterattack, I should say, for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Tom Parrott. And slowed and well defended there by the Energy. Here's Musa. Trying to find Stephen Miller up top, but well defended there. Peebo Due. And another throw in for that young man. Players just not able to settle the ball as much this evening. Perhaps the wind is blowing a little bit more down on the surface than what the flag is showing there. Behind the scoreboard at Jurgensen Gabriel Field at Legion Stadium. And all the way back to John Kempen. Ball flicked on by Energy FC. Series of trades of headers. Fairclaw able to keep possession. Oliveira, good turn, and he's going to be brought down. We'll have a free kick there. Good turn by Oliveira. Just into the Energy FC end of the field. We'll see Tom Parrott looking to serve the ball into the Energy FC penalty box here. His kick, but two Energy FC players there. Philip Lund all the way back. He's brought down, no call. Here's Sammy Ochoa with time on the ball. Certainly someone needs to say something. He's got time. He's a forward up top. Need to bring that ball down. He's got it on his foot, tries to serve it, needs to have a go at goal there, in my opinion there. So about halfway through our first 45 minutes. Halfway through our first half here. Wilmington Hammerheads Soccer, USL Pro, United Soccer Leagues. And a foul by Musa from behind on Abraham Villan. Another player down up top. It's Michael Thomas. Here's Lund. Lund still with the ball. Back to Thomas. And all the way outside to Villan. Excuse me, I've actually been butchering his name all night long here. I'm looking at a pronunciation guide. My apologies to Abraham Vian. So we'll have that right for the rest of the night. Vian, the villain, possibly. But Vian, another throw in here for OKC. Michael Thomas leaves it up for this is our captain, Tarek Morad. I'm sorry, actually, that is Michael Thomas wearing the captain's band. From the distance here, the 6 and the 8s looking a little bit like tonight. And a slew of Hammerhead players just at midfield. Tom Parrott, an absolute waste of a ball. Kicking himself there, looks over at his bench. He knows that his skipper on the side is going crazy. David Irvin talking to his assistant, player assistant, backup goalkeeper, Coach Glazer. Here's Nicholson finding Parrott, the duo in the middle for the Hammerheads. Parrott, a good ball up top there. Hamilton unable to keep the ball with him, and all the way back to Kempen and cleared. So really only one opportunity this evening to really think about there. And Lund is brought down, and we'll have a free kick here. So for USLsoccer.com, scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. A little talking to, a little meeting of the minds here between Jositis, Yahya Musa coming from behind. And Jositis sends the ball back. Here's Due. And we will have a goal kick for Wilmington. Well, the rain has held off thus far. It is just after 8 o'clock. Was at the stadium last night and really didn't start getting dark till about 8:30. So this is certainly clouds here in the Port City over top of Legion Stadium, hoping that the rain stays off. And a good recovering by Campbell, and it's going to be a foul called. Far side assistant, and Campbell didn't like that foul. He's brought down from behind. We could possibly a little bit of a dive on the far side, but a yellow card. It will be a free kick for Wilmington, but as it was dead, we'll see who that's awarded to. I think it was Campbell. Didn't like the foul that he got from behind. So no caution for the first foul. And in retaliation, a crowd yelling diver. And it's actually number 4, Ashani Faircloth, who picks up the yellow card caution in the 29th minute. I will say the 28th minute. The clock had gone. But a retaliation, Ashani Fairclaw can't get caught doing the second guy around. The foul was called. His team was rewarded there, and a foul for Musa as he works out of a series of tackles from Energy FC. So Fairclaw sticking up for his left back. Will have to play the remainder of this game underneath a little bit of a warning, as I should say, as we're talking about weather. Perhaps a watch, I should say. Makes a difference on tackles when you're sitting on a yellow card. Shot taken there, no deflection. Paul Nicholson has an attempt at goal. Decent shot. But no real danger there for Kempen. And a good last-minute touch there. No foul there as Musa goes down again. And Tarek Moad. Last touched out of bounds will be a throw in for Campbell, far sideline, just in front of the OKC bench. Near side here. Here's Stephen Miller. Forward ball trying to find Ochoa, but able to be kept by John Kempen. As always, here on Wilmington HammerheadsSoccer.com, we try to bring either special guests if we don't have any counterparts in the air. With me this evening, James Ritchie, the assistant coach for the OKC Energy FC. Coach, how are you this evening?
Thanks for having me. How are you?
Absolutely wonderful this evening. Good crowd. What are your thoughts on this game so far between these two sides?
Well, it's been a good game. The two teams are cancelling each other out right now. I thought at the start the energy started a little bit brighter, even though Wilmington probably had the best opportunity of the game so far. But, oh, here we go.
Here's an opportunity here. Actually, a good ball back just out of the reach of Ochoa there. Still with the Hammerheads, and Nicholson, and his shot's going to go over the bar for another goal kick for the Energy FC.
Yeah, but definitely as the games went on, the Hammerheads have came into it more and more, and it's a fun game. It's two good teams just going at each other, and little difference in styles between the two teams. You've got our system more like the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-4-1 from Wilmington, so it's definitely a little chess match going on just now between the boys.
Coach, we had a chance earlier to speak before the night. You guys certainly traveling, have another tough match tomorrow night, first season. Tell us a little bit how's everything going from as far as the crowds and just the lads that have come in to play for you.
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing. The fans have been great, and a big shout out to our supporters group, The Grid, that I know are watching back home, and all our other fans. But so far, 4 games, 4 sell-out crowds, which is brilliant. They've really embraced as well up there. The team itself.
Here's an opportunity here. I'm going to cut you off, Coach, but able to just be taken down there by Kempton, the goalkeeper. And I do believe that's actually one of the Energy FC players down there, Mark Howard, one of the center backs. You know, a lot on this artificial turf, Coach. Guys will twinge their ankle a little bit, not even be in a tackle. So I think that was one of the cases there that if you catch this turf wrong, you're going to twist something. So hopefully the young man, Mark Howard's okay there.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Mark's a good player. English lad, played a lot in Denmark, was with Manchester United for many years as a youngster as well. So hopefully he'll run that one off. But turf, a little bit different. We play on grass, so it's a little bit different, a little bit faster. But it's a great surface. It's very nice turf.
They actually, the surface used to be natural grass here. It was a wonderful place to play. Of course, being a fan of soccer, you want to see it. And, of course, a lot of stuff has been Americanized as far as the artificial turf. But it was a beautiful pitch here. This stadium is shared by one of the local high schools, and a football team plays on it. So they made the move to take it. So as a soccer fan, it's tough to see. But, again, it's at least you don't have to worry about the weather as much.
Oh, that's true.
So here's a throw in far side here. Coach, we'll get back to you in a few minutes here. Spend as much time as you want. But, again, we are in the 35th minute here. 0-0 your score. Wilmington Hammerheads and OKC Energy FC. And a little turnover here and a ball, but going to be offsides. Offside by number 10 jersey for Energy FC, Philip Lund. Coach, talk a little bit about knowing that you're going to travel, come into a tough environment and even a bigger environment, or just the same second night in a row.
Yeah, recovery is a massive part of it. We prepared the boys well this week. We've actually kept them going, kept them training every day this week rather than giving them time off to make sure their legs are keep moving. It's always difficult, 2 games in a row and playing tomorrow night, and then I think we've got a 3.5-hour bus ride tomorrow as well.
Here's a shot taken just over the bar. I'm not quite sure if John Kempen got a touch, and he has not. The linesman pointing for a goal kick there. A shot coming from Wilmington, but continue on there.
Yeah, so it's difficult, but that's life. That's a game. No excuses. We'll go out there. We've got a lot of fantastic young athletes, and some of the boys that don't get time tonight will get time tomorrow, and we'll just go out and work hard and try and see if we can get a result.
Yeah, it is one of the beasts of the USL Pro League, and it's a wonderful thing. Certainly a double-edged sword, though, when you have teams from parts of different, all across the country, or certainly out the center part of the country, not just a regional matches, but tough having to play 2 games in a row there. Mm-hmm. Paul Nicholson able to turn, and last touch there will be a throw-in for Wilmington. Tell us a little bit about it was hot and muggy today, certainly if not close to 90, right about it, hot and humid, almost 100% humidity. Getting worse, I tell you what, Coach, tomorrow night going down south, Charleston, it's humid down deeper in a coastal region of South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. Tell us a little bit of the difference. I know it gets hot out in Oklahoma, but do you see the humidity?
I can feel it today, yeah. It's been a while since I've really spent a lot of time on the East Coast, but you can feel it in the air. The weather in Oklahoma, I tell you what, it's the windiest place I've ever seen in my life. Some games we're playing in 35-mile-an-hour winds, but that's calming down now, and the sun's coming out, so it's regularly close to 100 degrees now there. But this is fine. This is a nice night. It's overcast. You see a little bit of humidity out there, but it's fine. The boys will dig through it, and we knew what to expect. We've got a few former Hammerhead players on our squad, and they made sure we were well aware of what we were coming into.
And another wasted through ball there. Ooh, almost a mistake there. Little shaky there in the back between, but Kempen able to hold his ground. Will be another throw, but those are some of the communication let down sometimes between a center back and a goalkeeper. Ball stays here with Wilmington, and back around to Faircloth. Faircloth over the far side well done to be kept in by Campbell, and he's brought down from behind. No call.
No, I think that was a great tackle. I think he took the ball clean there.
Yeah, he's going to stay down to try to get as much out of that, but certainly center referee made his decision. And when you don't see a lot of uproar from players and fans, certainly, and especially in this place, you're pretty safe to say that it was the right call there.
Yeah, I think he had to be perfect with that tackle, or we were in a lot of trouble there, and I think he did great, but the lad went down heavy, and it probably did. Oh, maybe not as heavy as I thought.
they tend to pop right up as soon as they see that they're not getting the call there. But again, when you don't see the eruption of the crowd or the players there, certainly. Ochoa trying to get a little bit on the referee there on his side, but chance for the boys to head over to the sideline and get a little bit of rehydration.
Ochoa is a very good player. I spent some time up near Seattle, and I remember him being up that neck of the woods, and he's just dropping in behind, I think, the big 21 right now, and definitely a good, talented player.
Well, he's been a favorite here. And again, the first several games at Legion, the fans, we went 3.5 games. I say we, I am biased as being with the Hammerheads, but try to stay. But 3.5 games without a home goal, but still kept picking up points except for one game. And again, the Hammerheads have climbed the table quite well, being in the 5th spot with a lot of games in hand by the Forerunners. So if they can stay on track, it's certainly a good start to the first half of the season for David Irving and his side. Yeah,
they've done great, and it's all about trying to pick up points when you can. Obviously, you want the 3 points, but as long as you just keep accumulating, point here, 3 points there, get yourself in contention for the playoffs, and once you get to the playoffs, it's a new ball game.
Here's Stephen Miller dropping back. Tom Parrott and his service there blocked. But Tarek Moron. So we'll see another throw. And, Coach, it was great having you up here. I know you got to head down to the locker room and talk to the guys and try to make some adjustments. Appreciate you coming. We'll see you next time, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. All the best, and I hope the boys do well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if all goes well, we might see you in the playoffs.
Excellent, excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach James Ritchie, assistant coach for OKC Energy. And John Kempen able to collect a loose ball in the box there. And another offside as we enter the 41st minute here. So trying to break the deadlock. Fans, you can visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. So certainly jump on board with the social media. Find all what's happening in the leagues with players and scores and results of the USL Pro. There's Tom Parrott around the outside, near sideline, and settled back down all the way to Fairclough. So no score yet. Both teams back and forth. Wilmington possibly having one or two more opportunities that were closer than not. And we'll see if this stays the way that it's been going in the first half here as both teams head into the locker room to possibly make some adjustments to pick up their points and get going in the game. Big, hard challenge at midfield there, or just outside of the midfield. Tarek Morad for OKC getting the head on the ball but getting knocked down. And Mark Howard on the back of Hamilton, but no call. Play on, says the referee. Good ball there. Stephen Miller, is he going to be able to turn the corner? And he does, and gets deflected as we await a Wilmington corner kick. So the wind's, again, changing a little bit, still seeming to be at the back of Wilmington, but swirling a little bit. I thought at one point it had switched up to be benefiting the Energy FC. So we'll see a Michael Oliveira corner kick here to see if the Hammerheads can't find the back of the net. A lot of pushing and shoving in the box. Center referee steps in, says his piece is to keep everybody settled. And a big, long, wasted ball on a corner kick. David Irving on the far side turns his back in disgust. Certainly a coach, as all coaches, hate wasted opportunities there. Michael Oliveira giving his team no chance of anything in the box and in such a dangerous situation late in the first half. Could be game-changing if you just put the ball and give everyone a chance in the center there, so a wasted opportunity. Ball straight up in the air. Lichty and Parrott and Fairclough having a little delay with his goalkeeper, trying to see if he was going to come off his line, but does play a simple ball back for clearance there at that point. Series of headers and back and forth between the two teams again. Villa on a good flick on Lichty. Lichty all the way to the far side. Settled well. And back up top in the box. Davidson defending. Ball stays in bounds. Cross to the far side, and Yahya Musa there to clear his line. Back with Energy FC. Tarek Morad. His pass intercepted. Here's Oliveira. Good run. Ochoa's onside. He's going to be able to get hopefully in front of his defender there. Shot taken, and he's going to find the back of the net. Wilmington Hammerhead goal just as the clock for the first half reaches 45 minutes. Sammy Ochoa, Wilmington Hammerhead goal. A great ball there. Michael Oliveira just playing the perfect through ball down the line for Ochoa. Mark Howard was there, got caught up in the turf a little bit. Ochoa was able to turn the corner, and there you have it, fans. That opportunity taken advantage of, 45th minute, just as the clock clicked on. The number 9 jersey, Sammy Ochoa. Assist coming to, again, number 14, Michael Oliveira. So Wilmington taking a 1-0 lead. We'll see how much time will be added on here, but certainly an opportunity and something to benefit Wilmington here, but this first half is not over. There's a ball taken, good turn there. Shot going to be taken and deflected. Fairclaw got his body in front of that. That ball looked as if it was going on frame. And just when you think that you're celebrating a goal, you got to be on your toes. Abraham Vion taking a great shot. Another service into the box, headed down, not away. A poor clearance by Stephen Miller. Still not out of danger yet. No handball is, well, sir, I apologize. There was a foul. A handball was whistled, I do believe, against Philip Lung, but those are the ones that you don't read about in the paper. A great shot taken, Abraham Vion, and just at the last second, a sprawling Hammerhead defender and Ashani Fairclaw. And just like that, the ball game could have been 1-1, but we stay 1-0. And big clearance straight up again. Some of these clearances not quite serving their purpose and not getting out of danger. Here's Michael Oliveira. Last touch there by Thomas. So certainly a lot of excitement here just in the last 2 minutes of this first half. And shot taken by Hamilton. No real danger there by John Kempen. So we will wait and see. Another goal kick, and we won't actually. We have the whistle for halftime. So 1-0 your score. A big flurry of action just into the last 2 minutes of the half. You're watching Wilmington Hammerhead Soccer. Wilmington 1, OKC 0. Stick around. We'll be back to review the first half here. Thanks for joining us. Again, you're watching Wilmington Hammerhead Soccer on YouTube. We'll be right back. Fans, don't forget that you can still sign up for the 2014 series of Wilmington Hammerheads youth soccer camps all summer long. The soccer camp is a great opportunity for boys and girls to develop their overall playing ability and their love of the sport. Campers will receive unparalleled coaching and instruction from the Hammerheads players, coaches, and staff in an enjoyable, friendly environment. Learn more about the camps and how to sign up by logging onto their website at www.wilmingtonhammerheads.com. The broadcast of this match is authorized by the Wilmington Hammerheads. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of image, sound, account, or description without the express written permission of the club is strictly prohibited. Tonight's match was produced for the Hammerheads by Torbo Sports Group, the official video production company of the Wilmington Hammerheads. Fans, don't miss the next broadcast as the Wilmington Hammerheads host the Toronto FC of the MLS at 7:30 p.m. next Wednesday. And coming up next, we'll get caught up on all the action from the first half as well as the second half kickoff. You're watching Wilmington Hammerhead Soccer on YouTube. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legion Stadium in Wilmington, North Carolina. You're watching Wilmington Hammerheads soccer on YouTube. USL Pro, the Wilmington Hammerheads and the visiting OKC Energy FC. 1-0 your score at halftime. Big flurry of action just in the last 2 minutes of the first half as the Wilmington Hammerheads find the back of the net. The goal scorer for the Hammerheads, number 9, Sammy Ochoa, off an assist by Michael Oliveira. But I tell you what, OKC was about ready to find an answer just after that goal was scored. But this match kind of back and forth all the beginning of the night. But the Wilmington Hammerheads in a dangerous part of the game stuck the back of the net. So that's where we are right now as we get set to see the second half of USL Pro action tonight. The only game being played in the United Soccer Leagues at this level. And we will await Mr. Jositis, our center referee, as the Wilmington Hammerheads will have the kick. Wilmington will be going from right to left on your screen. They are in blue and white striped jersey, light blue shorts and light blue socks. The visitor, the OKC Energy FC, green top, white shorts, and green socks. So just about ready to get started here for second half of action. As we said, the wind a little bit in the back of the Hammerheads. We've switched sides for the second half, and we are underway. And a little bit of uncertainty on the far side by Yahya Musa. Will be a throw-in for Wilmington. Not sure of any changes. We'll wait to see if there's been any substitutions here in the first half. Again, 1-0 your score. Hamilton up front, unable to keep the ball in, will be restarted with a throw-in for OKC. As we mentioned before, the Wilmington Hammerheads on a 4-game winning streak. That last coming from a 2-1 win in Charlotte last weekend. But they have a lot more work to do as this season goes on. A lot of the games that they have remaining of the 15, 9 of them on the road. And next weekend they go up. Next Saturday they are on their way up to Richmond. And always a tough place to play. Here's a ball finding into the box and cleared. And a deflection, so we will have a corner kick. Michael Thomas not able to clear the ball, and he's finding himself marking up here in the corner. Goalkeeper Kempen thinking that he would change the mind of the center referee, so we have a goal kick here. I do believe this is Oliveira, near sideline. Straight on kick. Here's Lund, the forward, all the way back. He can't keep control of it. Service across. Shot going to be taken right into Michael Oliveira, right into the arms of John Kemplin. Great opportunity there for the Wilmington Hammerheads to strike within the first 5 minutes of the second half. So certainly what the fans want to see here. Continued pressure. Great shot there by number 14 jersey for Wilmington Hammerheads, Michael Oliveira. Here's Fairclaw. Big kick. Possession won at midfield. Stephen Miller. Ochoa laves it off all the way here to the near side. Campbell. No foul, ball one. That's going to be a foul from behind. Oliveira taking down Kyle Miller right there in front of referee Michael Jositis. So will be a free kick just inside of the Hammerhead side of the field. Again, a little bit of the wind at the back. Here's Gareth Evans' ball finding into the box, flicked on, and Faircloth able to be there. Will be a throw-in. Again, narrow field, so long throws can find danger into the box. This is Michael Thomas. Vian able to turn the corner. Ball off the head of the defender there. Do believe that that's Tom Parrott, center midfielder all the way back. So it will be an Energy FC corner kick. Wind in the face. As we wait for a second game ball to clear the field, here's our attempt. And a look by the Energy. Wasn't see who was able to get a head on it there. So 49th minute, 1-0 Wilmington Hammerheads. USL Pro, the only game this evening. Hammerheads looking to jump into the 4th place. Once again, they're in the 5th place with 17 points, but everyone above them has played 10 to 12 games. Hammerheads have only played 8. A lot of games in hand for them to, if they continue to get their points, be right at the top of the table. Here's Thomas. Big through ball. He's going to remain onside. Shot taken and a goal. Players certainly going to want an offsides there, but Philip Lund just stuns the crowd in the 50th minute. Brings our game equal 1-1. Everyone kind of staring around to both sides in awe, thinking that Lund was in an offside position, but onside as he brings the crowd silent. 1-1. Number 10 jersey, Philip Lund for the Energy FC. So 1-1 your score. Didn't quite see who got the assist there, but Hammerheads trying to quickly answer that equalizer. Yahya Musa still with the ball. He turns. Stephen Miller all the way outside. Ball coming across and will come off of a defender for a corner kick. So fans, you can check out all of this soccer action all summer long. Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates of the USL Pro and all of the United Soccer Leagues. So Wilmington Hammerhead corner, 52nd minute, 1-1 your score. Just a few minutes ago, Philip Lund for the Energy FC. Here's an attempt. Lots of bodies hit in the bag, right in the box. Goalkeeper John Kempen able to come out and win the 50-50 ball there, punching at will. And ball stays with the Energy. That's Ada Juziri on this near side. Hammerheads, here's Ochoa. Tom Parrott, nice through ball up front. Well defended there. We'll see another throw in. So if you take 5 minutes on each side of this halftime break, 2 goals, 1 from each side. Possibly another attempt that was blocked in desperation for the Energy FC. So game certainly equal, and our score saying that as we await another Hammerheads corner kick. Michael Oliveira to take the kick for Wilmington. Almost all players in the box here. Kempen, not a large, tall goalkeeper, I should say, so certainly a lot of crowd around him as he sees Stephen Miller. Ball comes across. Big Gareth Evans always gets a head on the ball. Years here for the Wilmington Hammerheads, now serving time. There's another big crack header coming out of the back by Gareth Evans. No foul there. As some of the Energy faithfuls wanting to get a free kick there, but to no avail. Here's a long ball by Campbell. Unanswered on his end, picked up by Kempen in goal. Quick little distribution coming out of the back. Gareth Evans. And a turnover just at midfield. Yahya Musa unable to get his through ball through. Another Good challenge at midfield. Vion, good little streaky, fast player for OKC. Here's Vion again. He's going to be well defended. Nicholson, tough tackle coming. Midfield there. Tarek Morad. Big long ball out of the back. Musa back and forth as we go, as several times this evening. Nicholson all the way back to Fairclough. Flag stays down, but then now comes up as Hamilton whistled for offside. So Gareth Evans raising his hand, knowing that he was in the right of knowing that his player was in an offside position. Here's a long ball up top. Jaziri still on the ball. Good through ball. Far side. Just not able to stay in and trickles over the end line. Will be a throw in. That's a big long run out of the far side there by Due. So goal kick all the way across. Nicholson flicked on. Vion back to Fairclough. And Gareth Evans heading all the way back. John Kempen. So we've played 55, almost 56 minutes here at Legion Stadium in North Carolina. Your score 1-1. Both goals coming just on each side, 5 minutes of the halftime mark. Hammerheads striking first. OKC tallying back in the 50th minute. Fans wanting a handball there. Here's Vion. Meets a good tackle by Paul Nicholson. No call. Sami Ochoa up top working, trying to get the ball, trying to get a second goal of the evening. Far side flag stays down. Kempen does a great job to come out and cut off that service attempt by the Hammerheads. Here's Lund. Lund, the Energy FC goal scorer. And a big long ball out of the back. Mark Howard. And we'll start again with Hammerhead's goalkeeper, Quillen Roberts. His distribution just almost to midfield. Davidson. Oliveira turns a defender, gets held. We'll probably see good chance of seeing a yellow card caution here. Professional foul, as they say. So in the 58th minute, a yellow card caution. Goes to number 6, Tarek Morad. Morad picking up yellow card. In the 58th, here's a shot going to be taken. Tom Parrott, and deflected again out of bounds. Will be a Another Hammerhead, third or fourth corner kick of this half. Oliveira again to take the kick for Wilmington. Vion coming out to match Parrott, guarding against short corner. Big header taken down there. That's Ochoa clenching his fists, clenching his teeth. He's nose that almost found the back stick on a good goal, a corner kick taken by Oliveira. So, decent action for the fans to see this evening. USL Pro action. Again, you're watching Wilmington Hammerheads on YouTube. Big kick just across midfield. Campbell to defend. Good turn. He turns his defender, and another foul. These defenders have just been, or these Energy FC players are getting turned as the Hammerheads are getting by. They're getting taken from behind. I don't see any difference in the last tackle that actually picked up a yellow card for Morad. Same play there, so to stay consistent, referee probably should pull a card there just to keep them from doing it again. Second time in a row. Gareth Evans, big clearing ball for the Energy. Handball not called there. Fans wanting it. Players celebrating the fact of hoping to get it. Good flicking shoulder there by Fairclaw. A dangerous turnover just at midfield. Lund is able to see what he can do on attack. Takes on his defender in a soiree of three defenders there. Nicholson in a counter attack. Ochoa. A big tackle. Dewey on the far side. Stays with Wilmington. And a foul called there as Wilmington's rewarded for several good tackles back and forth. So an opportunity here in the 62nd minute for the Wilmington Hammerheads possibly to get back on top. They drew first blood. Ball coming across. There's Lund. And a good flick header there. Oliveira. Kempen having to make a save. Corner kick for the Hammerheads, headed down, and Kempen there. So good atmosphere tonight, beautiful night for soccer. Great action, just perfect for everyone watching. Glad you're joining us here. Again, Hammerheads moving from right to left on your screen in the blue and white jersey. Evans and Hamilton playing a little game of piggyback. Good turn on the far side. And tackled down there by Musa. Yahya Musa. And will be some kind of a whistle there, I do believe, as Energy FC player down. I can't quite see which number it is. It's going to be the number 11 jersey, Ada Juziri. So he gets up just as the athletic training or the physio staff making way there. So a throw in, no foul. Dewey. Here's Oliveira. He assisted on the first goal. Big run, crossing midfield. Gets past another defender, tries another one. Deflection, and he gets a corner for his side. So an onslaught of corners here for the Wilmington Hammerheads. 64th minute. They're desperately trying to find a capitalizing goal. And they do. Off the line, and it's in far side. They've called a goal. That ball goes in. The linesman being in the absolute correct position. Kempen gets a mitt on the ball, but it's too late. Don't quite know who got a foot on that. We know that Oliveira in the 64th minute with a corner kick. So a third goal of the evening. We wait to see who it was, but shot taken, corner kick taken, shot taken. Big, almost a good save there by John Campen, but the linesman or the assistant referee on the far side gets his flag up, runs towards midfield. That's a signal that the ball was across the line completely. Soccer. And it's Tom Parrott that picks up the goal as the stadium announcer lets the fans know which Hammerhead picked up that goal. So Tom Parrott off another assist from Michael Oliveira. Here's Parrott again. Ball's in the box again. Shot going to be taken. Good save there by Kempen. So the Hammerheads off a shot from Yahya Musa. Kempen having to go to work again. So these Hammerheads see the blood in the water and they want more, as these fans do as well. And we have our first substitution of the game. Looks to see who the substitutions are. One from each side, I do believe. You see on that far side. So we await for these changes to be made. Hamilton's going to be coming off. Jordan Hamilton for the Hammerheads. This is going to be Cody Arnaud, hometown favorite, local product. And Energy FC is going to make one as well. Coming off the field, I think that's going to be Joziri. Waiting to see who came in. And long throw for Wilmington. A foul whistle there against Wilmington. So we're going to take a break here to say Nike. Nike is the proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest and greatest from Nike Soccer. It was Tariq Murad, Tariq Murad comes out. Kyle Gregg, one of the 4 Wilmington Hammerheads that was here last year. He's in the number 22 jersey for Energy FC. Comes in, replaces Murad. Here's almost an attempt of a service there. Finally gets through and cleared by Wilmington. Flicked over to the near side. Kyle Miller. Here's Vion. His ball doesn't find his front runner. Big clear out of the back. Good little first touch there. Ochoa gets the ball back, an attempt there. Another ball across the far side. Stephen Miller on the top of the ball. Just trying to bend towards his far post there. John Kempen able to see that one away for a goal kick, but the Hammerheads certainly showing more pressure here in the second half. They have the 2-1 lead as we approach the 70th minute mark of this contest. Davidson. Here's Vion. Vion trying a few through balls, not able to find connection there. Great little player, though. Really enjoyed seeing him play tonight. Not the tallest of individuals, probably the shortest on the field from what I can see, but he's quick, he's pacey. He's really done a good job this evening in Abraham Vion from Garden Grove, California. Signed his first contract on April 5th. Cinco de Mayo there for Vion. And looks as if a yellow card. Another yellow card there. Didn't see, it was in a big crowd there. I think it was Yahya Musa. And here's going to be a red card, I do believe. A little bit of a scrum, and surely enough, Yahya Musa being shown the red card. Absolute dagger for his squad. Picked up a yellow card, didn't see another soft yellow in any way. Goes the referee, Jositis goes into his back pocket. And are we going to have something to watch here in the last 20 minutes as the Wilmington Hammerheads are going to have to play a man down? Silly, silly mistake. Just uncalled for as Yahya Musa takes an early walk to the locker room. So Yahya Musa being shown a red card just as the clock was clicking to 70 right in front of the bench. Seconds after he had a yellow card caution. Don't know if anything was said. And shown the straight red there. So the Hammerheads are going to have to defend a man down for a good 20 minutes, if not 20 plus. And the 24 jersey going to be coming on for Ochoa is going to come off the field, so number 24 comes on for him. He's a defender, so Cody Arnault will be the lone front runner as Albert Edward, the number 24 jersey for Wilmington, steps on to help his Hammerheads. Going to be a man down for the remainder of this match. Silly mistake, don't know what went on, but certainly Yahya Musa losing his control, losing his head, and down a man for the remainder of the match here. So Lund having a big tackle and all the way back here. Fans, joining us again, we have another special guest here. General Manager of the Wilmington Hammerheads, Jason Arnold. Jason, how are you this evening?
Doing very good. Thanks for having me on, Chris.
Well, here's Cody Arnault. You're stepping in the box, and a shot going to be taken and just over the bar. So a lot of action. GM, you see a good crowd, you see a good game, and then you see a red card that's got to create some problems here for the remainder of the 20 minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see exactly what happened there with the card, but certainly being a man down right now isn't what we were looking for. But fortunately, we've been keeping the ball, and we're pressing pretty hard right now.
So here's a corner kick for the Hammerheads. Going to be cleared off the line. Cody Arnault getting a great snap header. Cleared off the line. I do believe that's Due, and that's why he's sitting there. So Jason, first season general manager here. Team is in 5th place. Lots of games in hand. Can you ask for anything different thus far on your run? Tell us a little bit about that this evening.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can. It's been a great start for us on and off the field this year. I get asked that question a lot, but the reality is there's a lot of soccer left in this season. So our goal right now is just to keep focusing on working hard and putting the right pieces of the puzzle together to help us succeed.
That Wilmington corner kick was cleared, and will find its way all the way back to Quillen Roberts, the goalkeeper. His distribution going well past midfield. So 2-1 our score here. Hammerheads playing a man down. Jason, we fought some weather early on. The crowd looks as if it's certainly filled in a little bit. Tell us what's coming up next for these fans, and perhaps people that are listening can see another former or bigger teams coming into town.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting month for us. Certainly having Oklahoma City here tonight's great. A couple weeks away, we'll be hosting Toronto FC as part of our partnership with them. We're fortunate that they're making the trip down here to play here at Legion Stadium. And then a couple days following that, we'll be hosting the Chicago Fire Reserve. So we got a bit of a MLS week here in Wilmington.
Well, this league has certainly changed over the last couple years since I've been doing the telecast here. Tell the fans, tell the people listening as far as what Toronto has brought to the table and a little bit about that relationship in this season, just new in this season and a great thing for the team.
Yeah, I think overall the MLS USL Pro relationship's been huge for both leagues from a big picture standpoint. For us, the relationship with Toronto couldn't have been any better. We hit it right out the gate. We hit it off pretty well. We've gone back and forth, and it's been a very positive thing for both sides. So we've been very pleased with everything that's been going on there.
Now, are most of the teams in the USL lined up with someone? Is that the going thing, or are other teams still looking for, and certainly a benefit when they do get hooked up with an MLS squad?
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers. I know there's a few teams this season that do not have a partnership, and the plan moving forward into next season is MLS teams will either be partnered with a USL Pro team or will actually either that or field their own USL Pro franchise. So it's been a great relationship this year for the leagues, and next year it's going to even get even better.
Ball trickles over the end line there. We'll be seeing another goal kick. So these Hammerheads, they're off to a good start. I do believe, and you can probably tell me the numbers, the last 15 games, 9 of them are on the road. Is that what's coming up for this squad?
I think you're right. Yeah, we were fortunate to have a handful of home games here early on, allowed us to grow as a team and develop, and fortunately we got the results, but it's certainly going to be a tough stretch for us coming up.
Any big plans as far as any other players coming in? Or is this pretty much there's a window and it's shut, so this will be the squad that Hammerhead fans will be able to see this year?
Yeah, we just signed Albert Edwards to a contract last week. He just stepped on the field for us tonight. He's a very exciting young player who was drafted into the MLS this year, so we're happy to have him and excited see what he can contribute to the team. As it relates to Toronto, we'll see what happens. Right now the international window's closed, so there's no movement from our end going there or vice versa. So we'll just keep working with what we have and hope to keep getting results.
There's a player down on the far side. I don't think either of the squads here, and I do believe that's Tom Parrott, the goal scorer who put your Hammerheads on here, so we'll wait to see. Again, this is a little turnover here. Cody Arnault is going to be able to step in the box. Great shot and good save there by Kempen. Kempen has made 2 good saves there on not absolute sure goals, but great attempts by the Hammerheads. I know I just felt your cringe up here in the box, and certainly you hear the awe of the crowd. That would have made your night a little easier there with a little bit more of a lead, Jace.
Trying not to yell on the air as much as possible. But, yeah, it was a great win by Cody. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish it off there.
Well, I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you coming up and joining us on the box. I know that the Hammerhead fans that aren't with you here because of the weather or whatever reason really enjoyed hearing you. I enjoy having you. There's going to be your equalizer as we're talking. Sorry here, I tried to get you off the air as quick as possible so you can go on and cheer. So the equalizing goal here, we'll get into that information. I'll sign off with you, Jason. Jason Arnold, the GM of the Wilmington Hammerheads.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Thank you.
So while we were in mid-discussion trying to say goodbye to one of our special guests there, game ties 2-2. Snap header finding the back of the net just over the outreach of Quillen Roberts. So this game at 2-2. Kyle Gregg, former Wilmington Hammerhead, left from last year, comes in, and he gets the equalizing mark. And that was going to be certainly what you thought might be coming, having played a man down. So we'll take a little bit there. I guess this goal we can say was sponsored, and every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Wilmington Hammerheads YouTube channel today. So 2-2 your score. Fans have certainly gotten their money worth here. Wilmington Hammerheads having to play the last 20 minutes of this match a man down. Yahya Musa, one of the defenders. You wonder if they're Kyle Gregg coming on. You certainly knew that one of these great Hammerhead players that left the squad to go. A lot of movement amongst teams. And one of the former Hammerheads finding the back of the net for the time being, keeping Wilmington from perhaps picking up 3 points as both squads, if this result stands, to stay at 1. So Kyle Gregg in the 78th minute drawing deadlock. There'll be a flurry of substitutions there on that far side just at midfield. We'll await here. I can't see which numbers are coming in. This is going to be number 4, Cyprian Hedrick coming in. Hedrick replacing Kyle Miller at the right back. Hammerhead still a man down, and they will have to play again the remainder of the time. Here's Vion. And cleared by Nicholson. So Cody Arnault having a chance getting in to put this game away. You see a difference just in the quickness of how it could have been 3-1 to where we're 2-2. Big ball there, streaking Hammerhead player. Shot taken, great tackle. Will be a corner kick. That's a big tackle by number 2. Number 2 for the Energy FC. That's, I apologize, Kyle Miller stayed in the game. He's moved over to the far side. Thought he was substituted. There's another wasted back stick corner kick. Can't see who at this point was substituted, but nonetheless, Kyle Miller still in the game. And an offside. And another substitution coming off for the Energy is going to be Abraham Vion. And coming on from him is Mike Lopez. So Mike Lopez giving Vion a break. Again, probably saving some legs for tomorrow night. We mentioned earlier in the telecast that this Energy FC players, this team, the squad is heading down the road about 3 hours to Charleston, South Carolina to take on Mike Anhauser and his Charleston Battery. What a great soccer venue that is, minor league venue, great stadium. Three Lions Club upstairs and really a good soccer museum. So anyone in the area or making trips to follow their squad, certainly a wonderful experience and thing to do, an opportunity absolutely to get to a good soccer venue in the Charleston Battery down at Blackbaud Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina. So we're not done with what we're doing here. 83rd minute. Lund is going to be able to turn the corner. He actually gets knocked off the ball, so Quillen Roberts will see a goal kick. These Hammerheads certainly in no rush to move forward. They want to kill as much clock. They certainly would love to have a goal on the downside of being a man down. And again, not much up top for Not much up top for the Wilmington Hammerheads, being a man down. That's a foul there that Hammerheads will be able to hopefully capitalize on. Just about 40-some yards out, maybe 35 yards, will be a free kick. And Tom Parrott on the ball. And a stupid yellow card there for, he's just getting in the game. Mikey Lopez standing on the ball. The referee's right there. That's just a stupid. Some of these players, you want to see good tackles, and if they do pick up a card from that, but just some stupid mistakes by some of these young players. So here's Tom Parrott, ball swinging in. Davidson able to get a ball on, but cleared. So 85, I do imagine that we would see probably 3-4 minutes perhaps on the added on side of our clock here. 2-2 your score. We'll recap those certainly as this night ends. Paul Nicholson running the midfield for Wilmington Hammerheads. Distribution over here to the near side is Hedrick. Plays a good ball to Lund. Lund takes a good settling touch. Ball bounces back and forth. Here's Lund again. Lund once again. Hedrick to Lund. And Lund just not able to get the ball down. Ball bouncing back and forth. Play on, says the referee. Here's Lund again. A good tackle and clearance there here now by Wilmington. And ball just goes out of bounds just in front of the Energy FC bench. So 2-2. And we come to Davidson here as the ball swings around. Hammerhead's going to push forward on this. Trying not to go too far forward to get caught in an attack. They certainly would want 1 point out of this match. Being up 2-1 with 20-some minutes left in the game. Finding themselves a man down as Yahya Musa picks up a red card. Certainly a big mistake leaving his team at a disadvantage. Game-changing. We mentioned it that it would be. And we'll see if miraculously these Hammerheads can do something. Good defense there by Hedrick. And tackled by Parrott out of bounds. 87th minute. Hedrick back to Gareth Evans. Big long ball out of the back. Defended there. Fair. That's Howard, excuse me. Arnold. And ball, big ball to the far side, back across. Here's Lund, gonna have a shot and it's blocked. No handball, says the referee. Shot gonna be taken just into the midst there. It's on frame. These Hammerheads aren't out of trouble yet, so Oklahoma FC, or Oklahoma City, Energy FC, trying to steal some points here on the road as they're on a 2-game trip with the Wilmington Hammerheads tonight and Charleston Battery. Hedrick not quite able to turn the corner on Oliveira. Oliveira assisting on both goals this evening for the Wilmington Hammerheads. Series of fancy moves there on the near sideline, but stays in bounds. Here's Lund. Parrott unable to keep Lund under wraps. And Davidson putting the ball out. Lund cramping up a little bit. Again, you don't know if some of these players are used to the humidity. He's got a cramp in his left foot there and gets some help from The referee fans finding that amusing. Referee signaling he has the clock. I don't think that Oklahoma would want to waste time here. They're a man up. They want to push forward. They're in the Hammerheads' end. So we'll see a long throw in here. Thomas deep into the box. Hedrick flicking on. And Quillen Roberts having to come out and do a little bit of work there to settle down what was in front of him. So here's Quillen Roberts. And his ball unable to find clearance. Clock about ready to hit 90 minutes, so we'll wait and see what we have as far as extra time added on. There's Cody Arnaud not quite able to settle the ball up top. Again, he's pretty much a lone man. Again, good turn and stop by Nicholson. Foul whistled there. So perhaps one last little attempt here. Wilmington being able to push players forward, not technically worried about a counterattack because it's a free kick here. Here's Tom Parrott not quite getting the ball all the way into the box, so here perhaps comes that counterattack. Hammerhead's pretty well defended. Four minutes has been shown on the far side by the fourth official. So 4 minutes coming at the 9:25 mark of the evening Eastern Standard Time. So maybe just shy of 9:30 this will be over, barring any other stoppages in play. But if it stays put where it is, 2-2. But here's Wilmington trying to get back. Tommy Parrott, far side. Albert Edward, ball into the box. Going to be taken across and punched off the line there. So a little bit of action there, perhaps. Will be a long throw coming. Christian Davidson, usually on the other first side of these throw-ins. Short field, as we mentioned earlier in the telecast. So here's Davidson's throw. Cleared. Gareth Evans, imagine that. Here's going to be a shot taken. Going to be well hit by Paul Nicholson. Great save by John Kempen. Bounces off of him, able to get right up and bury. So if this stands tonight, the Hammerheads will only move to 18 points. Not quite enough to reach the Sacramento Republic FC, just ahead of them. But a win streak or non-loss streak continuing on. Probably just another minute or so here. Here's Albert Edward out of the back. He's in the box. Ball played across, and he's just not able to find any of his new teammates. Edward just being signed this past week. And here's a Energy FC club that won't go away, making an attempt to come and get their 3 points. Just at midfield. Gareth Evans flicking the ball on, turning over. Cody Arnaud kind of by himself. Has some help here on this near side. Ball going to make it to. Shot going to be taken and all the way out. Almost hitting the horizon coach lines. the official weekend travel of this week, of course, for OKC Energy FC. So just another 30 seconds or so from what I can see as we await Michael Jositis, our center referee's whistle this evening. Kempen will put the ball into play here, I think, as soon as it gets in. And that will do it. That is our game this evening. A 2-2 draw between the Wilmington Hammerheads and the OKC Energy FC. Little rundown on the goals in the 45th minute. Sammy Ochoa off an assist of Michael Oliveira from the Wilmington Hammerheads strikes first just into the second half. A goal in the 50th minute with Lund. I'm reading my notes here, fans. We're going to try to get out of here. Again, another goal in the 64th minute, and then the tying goal just at the 78th minute there by Kyle Gregg, former Hammerhead player that has come home for one last visit this season. So your final score, 2-2, from Legion Stadium in Wilmington, North Carolina. For all the help that we had on our production crew, I'm Chris Liebert. Thank you for watching Wilmington Hammerhead Soccer on YouTube. Have a great night.